Right, everybody, welcome back to the Eagles. Two big games today. We're starting our Europa Conference League against Linfield at home and NAC at home. NAC are currently 11th, so our first Europa League game since the last episode when I introduced you to the league and what was going on in the transfers. We've played 3 games in between and we've made maximum points, £9 points. So we're in good stead. Hopefully 2 big wins today and really kick us on this season. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, supporting this series. There is still a lot of you out there who are commenting on a regular basis. The views I'm quite happy with because it's been a little bit stop-start. Hoping we can get some sort of closure over the next couple of months with this save. We need to win that Eredivisie, don't we? It feels like a long way away, but you never know. We might just have one crazy season when building a squad here, we're building finances, and fingers crossed we can do some damage. We're in season 7 now. Let me know down in the comments, when do you think I will win the Eredivisie? Let me know which season. If we're in season 7 now, how long is it going to take me to win the Eredivisie? All right, guys, let's get in. Let's go to smash Linfield and start off with a win in the Europa Conference League. Okay, so here we are. Last few results. Hercules 2-1. Reece Nelson getting on the score sheet really late. NEC 4-1. Vododunk. Darami is in really good form. Fode Fafana has scored his first goal. And Vasco Volts as well, who is injured today, unfortunately. Playing central midfielder on attack, does seem to really like that role. And then we've just gone to Utrecht, probably one of the harder games you'd maybe play as an away games. Mouvier, Gunes and Ernest Poku. For some reason, he took the penalty, which was a bit scared about. He missed it, but he did tap in the rebound and seems to be a nice little impact player for us. So we're in a good position, I think. We're 4th in the league. We're 3 points off the top. So it's only that smashing. We know we've not played Ajax yet. AZ, we've not played Feyenoord, we've not played Twente, but I think we're in a really good position. We seem to have got ourselves going now, but we've now got this Thursday, Sunday with the Conference League, so a little bit of clever squad management would be good over these next few months. So for today's team, Terega is cup-tied, so you cannot go in. Let's put De Jong in. How are we doing fitness-wise? We've got Volts injured, but that's fine, because Mouvier will step straight in. People are actually asking how players like Vinlov, who rejected us last year, he's now available for loan, which is really annoying. A little bit of unrealistic, I think, because he's now just sat in the Dortmund team not doing anything. He's had one sub appearance as a sub. He would have been fantastic for us. We'll maybe try and even pick him up in January, to be fair. See if we can get him in January. And then Scholl, the German centre-half, he has actually played 1 league game, but he looks like he's a little bit of a bit part player. He's maybe hoping to get a little bit of game time. He's not Dortmund standard, is he? So you never know down the line. I think it's more likely we might get our hands on Vinlov, and that'd be really good because we have kind of missed him down that left-hand side. Right, let's go. Let's smash Linfield. Am I being overconfident just because they're Irish that we're going to smash them? Irish? Northern Irish? I think the Northern Ireland, right? David Healy in charge. Turn the music up. We didn't think we'd hear this, did we? Love it. Love it. And obviously, again, we can't change that. That'd be a nice little option. The seating, as you can see, but no one can sit in those stands because they're standing. And there's no way for us to change it in the game, I don't think, which is brilliant. Right, here we go. Let's start off. We want automatic. We want top 8. Top 8, so it just gives us 2 less games. Seeds us as well for the knockout stage. And then we just pray that we can get a decent draws. Hopefully we don't get a big Europa League side coming down. And we might be able to go far in this competition. As Darami is in, he's lost it. We're going to get that back. Raskin volleys, he's just gone wide. Berry with a long kick. We should get that down. Letkovic stepping in. Not brilliant on the ball, but he's made a nice little dribble. Dribble more, boys. One of my favourite little PIs on FM23. Vododunk, Mouvier. He's in. He's kind of acting as a little bit of a backup at the moment, but he's taken his chance with Volts out injured. We're 1-0 up. We've made a really good start. I think we are just a little bit of a step above this Linfield side. Boomert. It'd be nice to get a good couple of goals. And I said, taking key players off after 60 minutes would be really good, especially the wide players, the central midfield players, and then we're ready to go against the, my issue is that we tire ourselves out a little bit. The squad's better, but I do think that Football Manager doesn't like you swapping your players around. When you do a rotation, it seems to cost you a little bit regardless of who you put in. So if we can rest players for like 30 minutes, they'll then be in a better shape to hopefully play more games and play that Thursday, Sunday routine, which we're going to have pretty constant all the way up till Christmas. Right, Raskin into Fabian. Van Hooydonk's good football. Hamel's going to get there. It's intercepted. But Boomer takes over. He finds Adolf. He strides forward, Williams. He is a bit of a baller. He's got like 16 vision or something like that for a centre-half. Letkovic into Van Hooijdonk. Hit it. Oh, he squared it. Durami's going to flick it in. It might be offside. I think it is, It is offside. He did look like he just drifted off a little bit. It's a lovely pick out by Letkovic. Van Hooijdonk should just, to be fair, he's there. He has teed him up. It's tight. It was very tight. We're going to give it a praise, though. Can we get that third before half-time? Raskin into Williams. Fabian. Get a little switching out here. Switch. Williams is going himself. Was that outside of the foot? I think it was. Wasn't really a pass on, though, there, was there? Right, Price. We're going to win that Clabini. Are you going to chase him? Kind of. He's got back in. Bruno Enrique. They're going to have an effort. They are. Marshall. He squeezed it in. Literally, that must be... It says they've had a couple of shots. That's the first notable highlight they've had. They're blaming Letkovic for it. Where is Letkovic? He's here. Is he at fault? No. If anything, it was Adolf Williams was at fault. I don't know where Football Manager's getting that from. Van Hooijdonk with a free kick. Cleared. Can we get it down? I have changed my set pieces, but obviously Football Manager decided to ignore me on that one. Kellyman. Can we get the ball back? Okay, they're having a little spell, which is worrying. Right on half-time, the game looked absolutely comfortable. Now we're going to be going in at 2-1, and I don't want to be making loads of changes while the scoreline is this tight. Are they having another little go here? I can't ask for demand more. Since I've praised them... Oh, God. Raskin heads it down. We've got the ball. Are we playing? Williams striding forward again. Carrying. Van Hooijdonk, has he got any runners? No. He's just let them to shield the ball. Boomer. Williams again. Boomert. Into Durami. The thing we don't get often is a runner, the Van Hooijdonk run, and it allows... What we often don't get is no real runs in behind for Van Hooijdonk, so we kind of have to delay our pass a little bit until we have a Mouvier, who, to be fair, is moving now. Reset. Oh, he's got lucky. He's got very lucky. Square it. He has done. Van Hooijdonk was there. Could just do with Van Hooijdonk. Just going in behind every so often. He does just come short all the time. It'd be nice. I know we were playing as a trick twister, but just vary it a little bit. Okay, half-time. Good first half, apart from those last few minutes. We do need to kill the game, though, boys. So I'm going to ask him to... we can step it up and get that third goal. So I do want to make some changes. Linfield will be one of the worst sides in this out of the 36 teams. They'll be regarded as one of the worst. We're in. Letkovic has scored his first goal for the club, boys. We've extended our 2-goal lead. And I think on 60 minutes, we might do some blanket changes. I'm not going to do a praise. Raskin, right, come on, let's get another. We've just scored the third. Can we get another? Van Hooijdonk, Durami. He's in great form, Durami. Van Hooijdonk, just let him take it off you again. Letkovic, Fabian. It's a boomer. He's found Recep. Van Hooijdonk's waiting. He does love a ball in the box. Mouvier, Raskin. That's a lovely pass by Raskin. That is a wonderful goal. A couple of dodgy... Oh, it's offside. 2 goals offside. Right, that's for demand more. 65. We are going to do the changes. Who's struggling? Right, Fabian. To be expected, to be fair. So we are going to bring on Voss. We need to keep giving games to Fofana so Van Hooijdonk can come off. Let's get Nelson and Poku on. Who's that struggling? Letkovic is really struggling. So let's bring on the youngster, Gravison as well, for some game time. 5 subs, a little bit of a risk. Right, we've got 20 minutes to go. Can we get a 4th goal? A 4th goal would be nice. Gravison. Getting some game time, stepping forward into Nelson. He's been a great impact player, Nelson. We need to give him a run of games as well. I don't want him to be unhappy because he's a tremendous player to have in a squad. Fofana heads it over. We might actually give Nelson a little run out in the next game. Right, win from Boomer. Poku into Nelson. Nope. Cleared. Are we back? We can. Voss. Williams. He's had a really good game, this Williams. Looks like he's going to be a superb signing for us. He switches the player wonderfully out to Nelson. Into Raskin. Into Mouvier, he's hit the bar, Poku finds the tap in, it's 4-1, job done, we've had 2 goals disallowed. This is pretty comprehensive, boys. I imagine Linfield are not going to pull up any trees. Do you think they're going to probably finish, 36 out of 36? Right, we can have a praise now. And then we just drop it right down onto defensive for the last few minutes. Right, Lake. I don't want a 4-2. That smells a bit, that. It's not been a 4-2 game. Kellyman. Good tackle by Voss. What's going on there? Graverson went for the header and just completely missed it. Williams striding forward again. By the way, boys, ball-playing defender on defend, dribble more instruction, and you get this. Nelson, Fofana. Into Poku, he slips it in, and that has all come from Williams driving forward, especially when you're playing against low blocks, driving forward into middle of midfield, picking out passes. Look at that, he's carried the ball maybe 30, 40 yards up the pitch, and then it always a simple layoff. Sometimes you get a clever pass, but it's just a simple layoff. And we're in. We've scored. It's 5-1. Poku. Do we give him a start in the next game? Do we maybe go Nelson, Poku and Fofana to start in the league and give the front three a little bit of a rest? Right, that's as good as winner we're going to get. Let's move on to the Eredivisie game. We'll do it. We'll do Fofana. We'll do Poku. We'll do Nelson. We'll take a little bit of a risk. The youth recruitment's improved as well. We've also, training ground is getting completed. I think it gets completed in February time, I think. So there's our current facilities, 10, 12, 14. Was it 14 before? Can't remember. But we're getting there. We're making progress. Be interesting to know what we started with. I'll have to have a little back, see what we actually started with on the save. But we're getting there with our facilities and stuff, which is really good. And by the way, 431,000 for that win. That's big for us. You know, we have got a little bit of money building up. 7.69 million, but that, you know, get 4 or 5 wins. That's a lot. It's a lot of money to us, that. Right, we're back, boys. We made a few changes. The front three's changed. Fofana, Poku and Nelson all getting a go. Klabinio still in. Bazicic is coming in for a game. I forgot about him. Williams is not 100%. Look, a little bit of struggling on his fitness. Only tired. Boomert is also struggling a little bit. So we've obviously rotated him. Let's go and see. It's a little bit of a risk, but I feel it's needed. These are the games at home against teams that are not as good as. You know, we should be okay. Fofana is a very, very good striker. It's Poku's the one who's not really at the level, but he's getting into good areas. He's got a little bit of pace. I said Reece Nelson on that far side is a top Eredivisie player anyway. We're in good form. We've kept the midfield three. Bazicic is obviously an outstanding centre-half. We should be fine. Raskin, Mouvier, Nelson. Raskin, Nelson. Coming deep, that's nice. Allowing the overlap from Klabinio. We've got 3 in the middle. There is Fofana! Fofana. Someone has commented, actually, he looks a little bit chubby, doesn't he? So we need to, maybe need to work on that, but that's a tremendous header. Right in, 4 minutes gone. Lovely, lovely play from Nelson. Obviously, sitting narrower, allowing the overlap. It's a great pick out from Klabinio. And I've skipped the highlight. Cheers. But it was a good header on it. It was a good header. Good football. Right, Poku's going to get that back for us. He does, and he lays it off. Raskin goes long. We're going to give Poku some games because he's Dutch, and we want more Dutch players. Like, he's not ever going to set the world alight. But if he can play these a few games, you know, maybe 5, 10 starts in the Eredivisie across the season, lots of substitute appearances, keep him happy, keep him at the club. It's a nice little box ticker. He's got the pace to cause problems. He's obviously got an eye for goal because he's already scored 3. He's working hard, as you can see there. Fabian into Poku. Here he is. I've just bigged you up. Raskin. Fabian. Ooh, rippled the net, but it was the top part of the net. I don't know if the coefficient. Did the coefficient change? I don't think I had a mess. We would have had a message, and I've missed it. I'm not entirely sure. I imagine it'll be the top 2 again. Yeah, we're still behind. There's the coefficient. We're on 60. 60 says we're on 64. Okay. Bit way off, aren't we? We're not going to get them places back, are we? It's a shame. We need Ajax to win the Champions League. That'd be good. But they've not done well. They've not done well in Europe, and that's cost us, I think. And trying to compete with sort of like trying to compete with Benfica, Porto and Sporting, they've done better. Those 3 have done better than our big 3. So over time, they've gone past us, and they're just opening a little bit of a gap. We definitely don't want to drop another place because that'll be Turkey going above us. Right, it's a good finish, but that's poor defending. And what was a positive start, we now look like we're just struggling. Not struggling in the game, but struggling to break them down. We haven't created much, only one effort on target, which was from Fofana. 7 attempts, pretty game, is pretty even. We're not even dominating the ball. So we're going to give him a little word in. Hands on hips. We have to be better. We have got 3 decent subs to bring on, and we may have to do it. Let's see where this highlight goes. Raskin out to Clabinho. Letkovic. Into Mouvier, just running away. Why have you run away from the ball? They're in. Good save from Goto, really good save. Mouvier's having a nightmare. He's just giving the ball away again. We have to do some changes, boys. Right, Mouvier's coming off. We have got Collard. We'll go big. So let's go Durami and Gunes and Yves Collard. Right, we're into the last 20. It's flat. After that electrifying start, are we going to get something from a set piece? Maybe. Bazic, Letkovic? No. It's the only real highlight we've had, guys, as well. We need to make some changes in the middle of midfield. De Jong can be a half-back. Yeah, let's bring Voss on again. We're into the last 15, boys. Let's have an encourage. Anything. Little change up, maybe. Shadow striker. Collard. Because he's been flat. We get this. Playing Europe on Thursdays and we have these really, really flat performances. We have, looks like we've maybe got a highlight here. Collard. Terrible ball into him. So how he's meant to deal with that. He's headed the ball down. NAC have got the ball now. Oh, Bergkamp should have scored. Should have scored. Oh, they're off. They're going to get a winner here. They're going to get a winner. Platt. Janssen. Lardo. Dinked. Maldini's a great save. Defend. No one went to close it down. Absolutely no one went to close it down. And we've lost the game. It's a decent enough save, but look, go close it down. Anybody? No, he's not even looking. Not even looking. They're looking that way. Deary me, Miles. Sort your graphics out, pal. And that's a shocker. That is an absolute shocker. They've deserved it. 18 shots against us. That's a really poor performance. So, I don't know. What do I do? Do I just play? Do a bit what Ten Hag does and literally very little rotation? Because we can't do that. Slip up at home against teams like that when we're trying to get top 4. Right. I'm going to say we must improve. I can't say I was proud because there was nothing good about that. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll come back at a later part in the season, seeing how we get on. I think I'm going to stick to sort of like, the front 3, even if I finally got on a score sheet. We maybe just need to play Durami and Recep all the time. Play our strongest 11 time and time again, unless and then to the point where we then need to make changes, but maybe less rotation and just go with it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on today's video. We'll see you on Sunday.